This should hopefully all still work. Excellent connection, it says. Alright, we are live. Hello, everyone. Although at the moment there does not appear to be anyone in the chat, which is understandable. I'm getting started a little bit late today, but I suppose late is better than not streaming, period, like I did last week. Anyway, I am joined by Cybernetic Pink Eye, as usual.
Greetings and felicitations.
There it is. And I'm going to be continuing the Final Fantasy VII playthrough, probably just in a sec, but I wanted to give people a chance to actually start kind of making their way in first. So, funny thing, Griffin and I were just watching with Gab, another regular on the stream, as well as Jane, another regular on the stream. Actually, there isn't an Alex today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we were just actually watching Hades Town. Totally legitimately, of course.
Of course.
Actually, no, I should clarify. We were honestly just watching a Eurydice slime tutorial, like...
Yeah, might as well get any misunderstandings out of the way.
Just to be sure that we know and understand all of that. Also, I should probably make sure it's picking me up again. Looks like it is. Good.
Yeah, that's sort of important.
And it's been a while. It's happened a few times where I have started recording, and it's like, oh, you don't want your mic going, right? Anyway, that's a good fucking musical. Listen to the soundtrack. If you haven't had a chance to sit down and listen to the soundtrack, then take a chance, listen to the soundtrack. It is so fucking good. And for me, it has a personal level to it, too, because a good friend of mine, Moss, someone I don't think I have not really introduced very much publicly, which is fine because they are very much a private person. They actually introduced me to a couple of songs from the concept album way back, before there was even really much, much chance of it actually becoming a full musical. But it was basically the thing that would get pitched around to see if it could become a musical someday. And the two songs were Our Lady of the Underground and Why We Built the Wall. And they did this because I'm a huge fan of Persephone. Basically, it's one of those when you got a special connection with a mythological figure, character, etc. I've always been partial to Persephone and her whole story. So when I brought that up, my friend was like, well, hey, here's this interesting story that's being told, in this place called Hades Town, and, into a basic explanation of it. So you can imagine my surprise when this last year when people were like, oh yeah, the musical Hades Town, and I was like, wait, what? They made it? I probably would have arrived to the stream late today. I've got addicted to Super Mario 31. But it was for me, it was really cool to see that actually start springing up and seeing animatics made. Because there was also like a different promo one of like the actual full Broadway performance kind of thing. And then they had an official Broadway recording eventually put out. So there are some different versions out there of some of the various songs. Yeah. Persephone was the one that ended up being stuck with Hades every 6 months, right? Yes. Well, obviously there's a lot of this that's up to interpretation. But basically, once upon a time, Hades fell in love with Persephone, and one day ended up abducting her and bringing her down to the underworld. This was very devastating to Demeter, who is Persephone's mother, and, she went down to try and, get Persephone out of there. But while Persephone was there, she ended up eating 6 seeds of a pomegranate, and so the whole point is that once you eat the food of the underground, you're not supposed to be able to leave. Or the underworld, that's what I should say. But they ended up creating a compromise. I think it's different depending on the variation, but ultimately, Persephone would spend 6 months, up on the surface in the springtime and the summertime with her mother Demeter, and then she would spend another 6 months down in Hades with Hades. And some people treat it like it was a completely unwilling relationship on Persephone's part, but the thing is, she stayed with him, and she definitely embraced the queen of the underworld status. Like, it wasn't something that she didn't actually kind of step into. So a lot of people believe, and this, I'm among these people, that it wasn't so much that he kidnapped her so much as it was Persephone and Hades genuinely did fall in love, but Demeter was like, no, he must have kidnapped my daughter, because she was famously overprotective of Persephone.
Well, the other part of it is that Greek mythology is sort of chock full of unwilling relationships.
That doesn't help things, no. Turns out Hades is just a dude, not as... Honestly, Hades is among the better gods, okay? He's actually...
all things considered, yeah.
And that's not
given the
exactly...
roster.
That's not exactly a tall bar to get over, but, like, compared with Zeus fucks everything in any way that he can, or Neptune, who loves just fucking killing people for no fucking reason...
Or Poseidon, who loves drowning people for no fucking reason.
Well, that's what I meant. I said Neptune, but obviously that's Poseidon. Poseidon, who loves drowning people for no fucking reason. Hades, he's literally just a guy who runs the underworld. Of the gods, he's the guy who was most likely to have the equivalent of, like, a model train set that he would tinker with. He named his dog the Greek equivalent of Spot. Cerberus.
Yeah,
Hades
basically Hades is the dude who drew the short straw when it came to godly duties after they killed their parents, and is basically just trying to make do with what he got.
I mean, you say he drew the short straw, and I kind of understand what you mean by that, but I would argue that he knew that running the underworld was going to be a responsibility that his brothers were not going to be able to fucking handle. So he took it upon himself to actually be the responsible one, because dealing with all of the souls in the afterlife was going to take a much more nuanced approach. He punished those who earned punishment, and he rewarded those who deserved rewarding, and I think there is some middle ground there in between, all things considered. It's not to say that he's not some sort of dark god, because, again, you kind of don't get involved with, you know, the afterlife and death and all of that without having some degree of morbidity to you. And it's better to be a dude than an asshole, especially when it comes to Greek gods. Yeah. The thing is, though, is that he was serious, and he was very stoic, and he very much tended to be the sort that was like, he took his job fucking seriously.
Yeah.
And Persephone was the goddess of springtime. Like, that's just it. She made the flowers grow in the spring. And the whole idea is that spring is when Persephone returns, because that's when Demeter actually... Because it was for a while, actually, Demeter ended up throwing a tantrum after Persephone was taken underground. And stopped actually... Because Demeter, being goddess of the harvest and all of that, basically, you know, she stopped producing fruit and everything that was needed. She ended all warmth and all sun and all capacity to be able to grow food and sustain themselves. And so that's when the other gods kind of stepped in. I think Zeus was the one to kind of... Or is Athena? Like I said, I think it varies depending on the story. I think it's Athena.
Yeah, I don't think Zeus would give two shits so long as there was something he could fuck.
I mean, Zeus gives shits depending on who is telling the story. But anyway, basically became an arbiter in the situation and was the one to make the call. Okay, Persephone needs to come up again every 6 months, and then she can go back for 6 months, etc. So every spring, Persephone comes back. Demeter brings the sun back, brings all of the growth back, brings all of the seasonal stuff, like all of the warm seasons back. And then fall is when Persephone leaves, and Demeter's like all very sad and depressed because her daughter's gone. Demeter
is run out.
Yes. Honestly, Greek mythology is just Zeus who goes like, and then along came Zeus. Yeah. Actually, that happened in an episode of Hercules. Look, let's not bring up that show. Are you talking about the legendary journeys of Hercules? Because Jesus Christ, that show.
That was in fact a show.
I actually liked Xena Warrior Princess. I'm not saying they were good shows. And I want to clarify that the fuck right now. However, they were entertaining.
Yeah, there is a distinct difference.
And the thing is that for me, oftentimes all it has to be is entertaining. Xena definitely left an imprint, culturally, all things considered. They kind of didn't take it seriously because she would do a war cry and all of that stuff, and it was what it was. They didn't shy away from the cheesiness or the corn or the silliness. And they ultimately actually realized that she and the other female lead were basically in lesbians the entire time.
Yeah.
Not that at the time they could have actually shown that, because it was in the 90s and they didn't like showing the gay. Hello, yeah. And that's just it. Although it's not a good series, it's entertaining, just like Xena. Hello, all welcome people who are trickling in now. We were just kind of chatting before, and I was bringing up Hades Town and how it's a fantastic fucking show. And honestly, I would say I'm not going to spoil it, but as the very first song in the musical says, it's an old song.
Yeah.
This story has been around. This story has been around hundreds of years. So, I think if I say the whole spoiler of the story, it's you're a little overdue.
Yeah.
That all said, it's still worth seeing, but it's worth enjoying every time you actually experience the story. And I will say that it sets itself up really, really well for repeat performances. So, that is our intro into today's chat. I'm actually going to be going back to Final Fantasy VII today. I'm going to be, because I think we just left Midgar last time I was playing, which was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Before I get started with that, the obligatory, I'm going to point a couple of fingers at a couple of different ways that you can support me if you want to. Again, no pressure. My stating this is more of a reminder than it is any kind of statement of obligation. Obviously on screen you will see the coffee.com/mlorelei. If you want to, chip in a few bucks to that can make a huge difference. Otherwise, if you want to support me on a more regular basis, you can also go to my Patreon, which is always linked in the descriptions of all of my videos. It's like patreon.com/mlorelei. Again, it's all streamlined and easy to keep track of everything. So that's all to say, again, those are various ways. I will say, I was actually really happy to see that the most recent song cover that went up on the Sirenia Studios channel is doing really well. It actually just passed 2,000 views on it, which for that channel is huge. The other big one up until this point was the Other Friends cover that I did with Griffin. And that reached about, 840 and then kind of stopped for a while, which, again, I'm not complaining. It got to 840 compared with everything else, which tends to top out around 100 to 200 views per, which, again, in itself, not bad. So, when I released this song cover, which, again, Griffin fucking nailed. Like, goddamn, your vocals. Yes, the Greatest Showman one, The Other Side. Yeah. But you did a fantastic job of, obviously, Winter Melon, VA, or just Winter Melon in general, was the one who did the mixing for that, and they did a fantastic job. Again, had a good solid basis with the performances, or at least on Griffin's side. I'm always going to shoot myself in the foot with that. I'm just saying, I can't accept it, so it's whatever.
Well, the rest of us will accept it for you.
Fine. But in the meantime, Winter did a good job of taking the performances that we handed off to them and created an excellent mix. And I had fun, especially given that the context that we originally recorded that for was just, for D&D. a scene that actually happened canonically in the campaign. But I'm really happy for how that went, and I bring that up in conjunction with the quote-unquote how to support me things, because the more traffic that channel gets, especially for the original content and stuff along those lines, the better, the better chances I have of being able to monetize that channel, and then hopefully, I need to start picking up in terms of actual posting content to that server channel, etc. I guess technically the only other thing is, I have the adoptables, which I have usually pinned to my my Twitter. Adoptables being basically someone creates a design, an outfit, a character, an animal design, something along those lines, and you pay a certain price, and depending on the rules of the individual artist, you basically purchase the design for your own use. You can make them into a character for something, or maybe it fits a character that you were already designing. It could be for D&D, it could be for a story that you're telling, it could be a comic or whatever else. You can often, depending on the artist, you can often trade them, or you can gift them to other people, and you can technically resell them, again, depending on the permission of the original artist. But it's generally good form to not sell it for more than you paid for it.
Yeah.
That's just, etiquette, and it's a really shitty thing to do, and I will say that if you do that, the original artist is probably going to be like, yeah, you broke a contract. They very often make it explicit. Okay. So, all of that said, all of that out of the way. Good, I got the marketing done. So now what we can do is we can play a fucking game.
Boy.
17 minutes into this stream, and I finally open a fucking video game. Also, if it's not obvious, and I think it is, I clearly don't care so much about the swearing.
Yeah.
I think those of you, and a lot of you who are here, you're here regularly. You opened it under the fucking window. That's fucking shit, man.
I mean, fucking shit, man. I don't fucking understand.
How about you don't do that?
Always finding new ways to make your life a living hell.
New? Like you haven't been doing this shit already? Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be tackling more Final Fantasy VII today. I think I was even saying this before, but we last left off just finally getting past the Midgar chapter of the story. Literally, this is where the game stops being... It's still technically linear, but you've got a little bit more open roam to what you can do. You end up getting kind of open to the world map a little bit more. And you get to see things outside of just the modern necropolis.
Speaking of seeing, would you do me a favor and share screen so I can see this as well?
Why would you want to see it?
I don't know. I'm not sure why a fucking voice actor would want to see the characters talking.
Voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
I tease, obviously.
There's no future in that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you've been getting paid gigs or anything. Go ahead and check out Cybernetic Pink Eye's channel, by the way. There is a new IMUO, in my unpopular opinion, up. This might be among his first unpopular ones.
I will say it's, ironically enough, the one I'm most proud of at this point.
I mean, I got mixed feelings on what you say there, but I'll say this, everyone to each their own when it comes to their opinions.
Yeah.
So, turning off the fan. I had it because the house got to be like 75 degrees because, of course it... And this is this is mid to late October, and it's still that hot inside with air conditioning, so...
God.
You could watch a stream like the rest of us, Grifton.
Well, see, the difference is there's about a 30-second lag on the actual video, so...
Yeah. Alright. Midgar area. Yep, that was the one I think I left off on. Yep. Okay. So, here we are, right next to Midgar. and it's all blackened around it, blackened especially right around it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Funny
and now you
how
can
draining
see
the life out of the fucking planet will do that.
And you can actually see in the lower right-hand corner there is, in fact, a map showing your current location, and here we go getting attacked. From behind, of course.
I mean...
So a lot of the monsters that you're actually going to see around Midgar are either going to be very largely tech-based, or... couldn't steal anything. Okay, so they do have something to steal. Anyway, or they're going to be horribly mutated monsters.
Yeah, again, funny that.
Right. Yes! It has a high potion. Alright, I'm gonna save that for now. And you can steal Drift Turn. Couldn't steal anything. Clonk. See, now that metal sound actually makes sense. Couldn't steal anything. Defend. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit of the, Jesus. I'm gonna do a little bit of the leveling too, so a lot of the grinding and stuff like that. One, to give us more time to just chat, I suppose, as well as, bitch, if you don't, fine. You're dead. You're dead to me! Because leveling is kind of what helps us get through those fights a little bit easier, and for me it would take about as much time as it would just playing, like, trying to do the strategy thing. I'd rather just make my characters as OP as possible, alright? Anyway. So I'm keeping largely to the plains directly around Midgar to kind of hopefully show you some of the different enemies that are in the area. And I say different, but of course, naturally, we run into the same enemy, because that's what's necessary here, right? Alright.
It's world building.
Of course it is.
VII.
Anyway. Alright. This time you need to steal. Again, the digital sound effects. Again, after that got pointed out, I was just kind of like, huh. That's...
Beep boop, motherfucker.
That's interesting. Stop hitting Eris! Sweet.
They can tell she's the greatest threat.
Steal it. Damn it, bitch! What did I fucking tell you? Clonk. Stop hitting Eris. Yes. Whee! Clonk. Oh, damn! She fucking criticaled. Why strategize when you can just punch? I mean, that sounds like how the current government of the U.S. is working. Anyway.
Almost as if, I mean, again, we all know that discussion was gonna worm its way into the stream at one point or another.
Maybe. What the fuck is with this? Why is it always them?
Because the first thing you see outside of Midgar is Mad Max World.
You're not technically even wrong.
Yeah.
Clonk.
Bonk! You know, I'm just... I got this horrible image in my head of Eris with, like, a Bostonian accent.
I mean, that wouldn't even be out of character, honestly.
Yeah. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm a force of nature. If you was from where I was from, you'd be fucking dead.
I mean, what, you gonna treat me like a child just because I happen to be not as strong as you?
Apologies to any Bostonians watching, by the way.
God damn it, Tifa!
Look, it's not her fault that Square Enix pretty much by default assumes women can't fight.
Good thing they fixed that for the remake.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm gonna try moving more onto the greener pastures. So you can see, after a certain point, it actually clears up a little. And there should be new enemies here. Nope! There should be new enemies here. I was incorrect. Nice. Damn. Nice!
Yeah.
Tifa, that's what you're supposed to be doing every time. Typical JRPG, just keep hitting the same thing until you get stronger. Whoops. That's fine. I wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. That's what I get for looking at the chat.
I mean...
Square's wrong about women can't fight, lol. I would stand no chance against Tifa. That's another thing that I appreciated about the movie Advent Children, too.
Yeah.
Like, that fucking fight with Tifa, and what was it?
And that was in skin tight leather, by the way.
Uh-huh. The overworld map.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, look!
That's...
Not bikes. See, these things look more like fucking dogs than the quote-unquote dogs in Midgar.
Yes! Good job! No.
Look, where do you think you're reaching, my dude?
Well... couldn't steal anything, which means...
Huh.
Well... What? They kind of look like rat dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Now that you mention it.
Oh no, bad doggos.
Yes. Elbow.
I like the detail that as we are around Midgar, it gets darker.
Yeah.
Like the light is even pulled into it.
Yeah, very, very Super Mario Sunshine. Which I know is a weird thing to say considering this came out ages before, but...
Oh, yeah.
God, also...
Oh, good.
Jesus. I also hate, by the way, and I know this is just somewhat of a random tangent, I hate that because of the programming I watched as a kid growing up, there's some things I can't unsee. Like, I see Midgar on, like, the overworld map, and I just think of the fucking, like, intro from... like that show, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
If I may interrupt briefly, so you may have just noticed, by the way, that when they did that one particular attack, the mantra magic or matra magic, Eris, it said it came up with the learned enemy skill, matra magic. So she could, in fact, actually do that. I'm not gonna have her do that right now. I'm gonna see whatever it is that you can possibly steal off of these things, and then I'm gonna fucking destroy them. Alright.
Also, hello, Shikarian.
Hey, Shikarian, welcome! I'm trying to steal from robots.
Yes. Robots who are trying to learn Eris's matcha magic. She brews a good cup of tea.
Come on! You know you want to. You want to give me everything you got. Bonk.
Show me your moves!
Come on! Let me steal from you! Oh my god! But yes, you can learn enemy skills. The only way that you can learn them, however, is if you are equipped with the enemy skill. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna kill you.
I was gonna say...
the only way you can learn it is having it equipped while you're getting attacked. That's a dead robot.
Yep.
Eris can now use multiple rocket launchers at the same time. Yeah, I mean, that ain't even really a joke, so...
Yeah. But yeah, given the current rate of successful thieveries, we may want to wait until we get Yuffie on board to start defaulting to that.
Well, God, spoilers, man.
I know. I mean, like, spoilers, the boat sinks at the end of Titanic.
Spoilers. Orpheus looks back at Eurydice.
Mm-hmm.
So I may as well actually show what happens now that we have the enemy skill materia with an actual enemy skill. Yep.
Can't get over that.
So it can actually be a really useful materia to have equipped because it teaches you literally every skill. I mean, not every skill, but there are select skills that you can actually learn when you have it equipped and when you get attacked by it. The downside is that you do have to get attacked, but again, you notice how much stronger that fucking spell hit as compared with everything else that we're even doing at this level. So it is worth it to have at least someone in your party equipped with it when you're running around in the overworld.
I love that by, like, learning the ability of the robots, Eris turned into one of those fucking, like, like Born Sexy Yesterday, like, Chobits robots that just has, like, a military-grade artillery hidden away.
I will also say that Yuffie is not going to necessarily have better stats for stealing than Tifa.
That's fair. I guess, I assume since she's more inclined to do so on a character basis, they would have tweaked your stats in that direction somewhat. Little kleptomaniac that she is.
Stop biting my girls!
The girls are fighting again.
Okay. Come on. Others are worth it. Yes! Fucking die. And shit. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Yes.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, Camellia.
I didn't ask for your commentary, which is actually completely antithetical because I did.
I was going to say, you do this to yourself by default.
There we go. Now you can die.
You managed to successfully steal from the one enemy that doesn't have any pockets.
Uh-huh. Aerith can be it's Eris. BT dubs. Eris can be extremely dangerous when she has a gun or a steel chair. Honestly, we've been new.
Yeah. As God is my witness, he is broken in half.
I finally rest from stressing about coursework, and it's time to vibe with my favorite Griffin and lore.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm glad we can provide you some sort of stress relief in this.
You may want to rephrase that.
Listen, I know what I said.
Do you?
I mean, we've already established like, how many people specifically like to hear my voice for that reason.
Well, but anyway. Stop biting my girl!
Again, to pull out a quote from Hades Town. I missed you.
Baby girl, steal from the wolf, please. You're making my life harder, Tifa. Come on.
Tear me apart, Tifa!
Alright, fuck it.
Hi, dog.
This is your last chance to give me another, Wolfie. Yeah, there you go. Now you can die.
Christ.
When we all steal of other, then you have my permission to die.
Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate that Hojo's master plan was to get a talking dog to fuck a flower girl?
So I just thought like Zeus. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, given the sheer number of summons in this game, I don't think it's too out of the way to assume there's some influence of Greek mythology at work here.
Well, a lot of different kinds of mythologies, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna give you steel. And you can heal us. Beep boop. Wowix, it is good to see you. I don't know why I talk like this. Anyway.
It's infectious.
You know, that's a dangerous word to use these days.
Yeah. But valid. Much like Alex.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex, we're calling you the fuck out.
My child is always, always valid. Oops. Yes.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you think Alex is valid.
God damn it, I hit the wrong wolf!
The English language presents opportunities for some interesting moments in
How
our
does
everyday lives.
13 doing things to Eris, going to help take over the world? I feel like that plan, well, okay. I'm gonna focus on this for just a sec. Alright, you're dead now.
He dead instead.
Yep. Okay. So the plan for Hojo was that he was actually trying to basically experiment long-term on the ancients, or specifically the ancient genealogy, of which Eris is the last of her kind. He wanted to breed a new one, but he was like, may as well take this other random creature that is gifted with some kind of unusual magical ability and see if we can't create another entity that can be of ancient.
Yeah, I don't think this is a horse-donkey sort of situation, but dude...
I don't think that this is a take over the world. I think that what he was trying to accomplish was continue the experimentation, perhaps achieve immortality of some kind. But his was a scientific pursuit, not necessarily a megalomaniacal pursuit. That's not to say that he might not have gone that way. Anyway, I'm just saying the logic behind it was definitely less, this is going to help me take over the world, so much as it was, I wonder what would happen if I made the dog boy cat thing fuck with the flower girl.
I mean, yeah, it's more fetishistic, if anything.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about being described as dangerous but valid. And
I mean...
Also, it's Red 13. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can't bump Eris to level 17, and then I think we should probably be good to move on.
Yeah. This is the first instance of this theme we hear, I think, outside of Midgar, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian. Don't you come up from behind like a backstabbing son of a bitch!
Well, I mean, they are thieves, so... See, again, like... I've been spoiled by Pinger's editing, so whenever I hear you winding up to say son of a bitch, I'm just bracing myself.
Oh, no you didn't!
Okay, for a second I read that as body pillow.
Receive talisman. You fucking better believe you did.
You better, you better, you bet.
Wow, that was a very roasted dog.
I was gonna say, that's a hot dog if I've ever seen one.
Okay, so thankfully the talisman was brought back, which means I'm going to save, realizing I don't want to lose that progress.
Yeah?
Because let's see, the talisman... Okay, it was... Who has that? Wait, where is that item?
Also, you know what I just realized? Because you separated the party the way you did, I don't think I'm gonna have a chance to voice act for a while to come.
Oh no, once I get... Wait, did I get Eris next to the... I did. Okay, so that even works. Okay, you will get a chance to do that soon. I'm gonna go into Calm. The nearest town. So this is the first town out of Midgar. Alright. We've reached Calm. Everyone's waiting at the inn. Let's go, Cloud.
It comes in pints?
Well then, I'll go on ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Wasn't sure if that was a man or a woman. I apologize.
Hard to tell, but
Yeah, well, I mean, gender binary is horseshit anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, come on, listen to me. Got anything interesting to say?
That's not... You asked me to listen to you.
You first, motherfucker! I will say, I'm a sucker for that particular architecture.
Yes. Thanks to Mako Energy, life's pretty darn convenient. Thanks to Shinra. Don't you think? Why is it you're full of it? Why not...
Barrett's influence.
You're full of it. But I'd hate to think of what life would be like without Mako Energy. Hint, hint! I wonder if they're
Humanless.
making a point. Oh.
You found the body.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, mommy's after school medicine.
Oh, hey, kid.
Mako Energy's made things a lot more convenient, but a lot of plants and animals have been disappearing at a rapid pace. I think the old life is better. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm right. You think so, don't you?
I just said, kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just go about your day putting the tablecloths on the bed, kiddo.
That is exactly what they did, isn't it?
Yeah?
You're full of it is because Cloud's kind of... You know what? You're not even wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Like, when you actually pay attention to Cloud's characterization, he's kind of a dickweed. Did you say you came from Midgar?
I literally didn't say anything to you.
Again, it's a recurring theme. I used to live there, too. But then I took an arrow to the knee.
You're fired.
I heard they got lots of troubles lately. Maybe primarily from porcupine-haired twinks. Kind of like you, now that I recall.
It's a dog!
Yay!
Or some vague facsimile thereof. What are you doing to that dog?
Oh, God.
Don't Hojo the dog, okay?
Hey! You knock that off. Locked. Can't open it.
Again, sword bigger than you.
But... Pet the baby. Can you pet the dog? What? No, no, what? Go downstairs, you stupid.
Perspective.
Do you say anything different now that you have your dog out? No.
Is there an echo in here?
Did you say you came for... Again, sir. No. There was a suspicious-looking man in a black cloak. He was carrying a mean-looking sword.
He was shouting obscenities. That's how I could tell it was mean. Like, never mind the fact that he left his sword in President Shinra.
No, he didn't.
He's just got a few to spare, I suppose.
What the fuck is Peacemaker?
And you can tell it's Sephiroth's sword because only Sephiroth could handle a sword like that.
Oh. It's a gun.
I mean, with Peacemaker in the name,
You'd think. Remember, you can't pet the dog. It's a 0 out of 10 worst game ever.
Literally any and every instance in fiction I've seen where someone was referred to as a peacekeeper or something was called a peacemaker, it's been
Well,
usually like specifically designed for warfare.
My older brother's so stupid. He's so embarrassing I could just puke.
Wow, kid! I was gonna say take the older brother.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a soldier. That's why I'm training hard now.
Get out of me, child.
You
Video ga-
first.
Video games cause violence. Why couldn't I pet the dog?
I have a witness.
No!
You saw nothing.
That was a fucking like it's like hiya! Hiya! Like punching and kicking. Come on, try that again, you idiot.
Turn this kid into the cat from Captain Marvel.
So instead of punching and kicking, you just went into an eldritch being. That's fine.
I went into, like, a Super Saiyan 3 Tim Allen.
Is there any point to upstairs?
Huh?
Do you have anything I could steal? Oh,
I will say
Nice.
there's a lot of diversity. They broke out the blue tablecloths for the occasion.
oh yeah, no, it's fantastic. I'm just looting their houses. This is where that stereotype came from, by the way. Also,
Yeah.
take it. Wait. Go ahead.
I hear the natural resources near the reactors are being sucked dry. We're better off with the Mako energy.
Yeah, sure, that's a take you should have. Go ahead and take this old man.
Thanks to the Mako energy Shinra Incorporated provides us or develops for us, I can read, I swear to Christ. Everything's more convenient now.
Go ahead and take this one.
Heard President Shinra was killed, and his son Rufus, the new president, was badly hurt.
Yeah, I did that.
Hey, I bet that's news to you.
You're pretty smart.
Just between us, I heard it was them Avo, what do you call 'ems, that got President Shinra and his son.
Kind of.
The famous floating city Midgar. I'd like to see it in person.
No, you wouldn't.
Floating.
It's referring to the plate.
Yeah, there's a difference, but a distinct difference between floating and elevated.
Well, because they don't count the city that's underneath the plate.
I guess not.
Is it true that Shinra makes monsters? It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shinra is their not safe for work account.
Yeah, well, either way, as long as we use reactors, we can't stand up to Shinra. Again, I wonder if they're trying to make a point here.
I wonder.
Gonna loot your house, so that's okay. What? Don't stop me.
Yes, I know my muscles ripple in the sunlight, but you don't have to, investigate it. I got my health and enough to eat. All's well.
I bet it was sarcasm. You're so smart. Well, technically, it's called a flurkin, but still a cat. I didn't realize that Final Fantasy VII took place in the Bioshock universe.
I mean, game theory.
Look, you're right. It has about as much validity to it.
Yeah.
Also, they just straight up put clay on their bed.
Yeah. No gods or kings, only clay.
I mean, I don't have a response to that.
My old man was a miner, but he couldn't go to work after monsters started appearing in the Mithril mines. Now all he does is sit around getting drunk at the bar. And I do nothing but sit around in a fucking tunnel because I'm smart.
I sit around and get drunk in the tunnel, in the sewer system.
This is the item store.
Just the idea of him walking in. Yes, this is the item store. Clearly you're pissed drunk if you walked in here. This is not the outhouse, Ted, for the 1000th time.
This is the materia store.
Ooh, that's right. This is around when
Yeah.
you start getting, heal. Let's see. Imagine if Final Fantasy VII took place in the Death Stranding universe. You know, that's actually not as far-fetched.
I mean,
So, Earth is gonna be good to grab on. I think I'm gonna want to have one of these. I'm gonna check out what these do and then see if I want to do more. Alright, so let's see. Let's see. Earth does the quake spells, heal. So, Poisona, Esuna, and Resist. Basically, those are all, like, curative things. Like, they remove things like being poisoned, or having some kind of magical effect. And Resist, I think, is just, like, basically giving you a defense boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, status ailments, it heals them. So, that's a good thing to keep in mind. I think I'm going to grab one more heal and one more earth.
Yeah.
Just gonna buy a whole earth. Whole ass earth.
The entire fucking thing.
Maybe I could buy another one of these. Just to have on hand, I suppose. Because I think they only give, like, the one freebie.
Yeah.
This is the weapon store. Oh, I should probably actually buy those for the two. Okay. Full metal staff. No. Yeah, I'm gonna want that. And I'm gonna eventually... I don't know when I'm gonna have him in my party next, so actually I think I'm gonna hold off on that. So, I do love the aesthetic that this game ends up going with for this particular town. Go ahead and take this one.
Okay. Alright. Apologies. So, tourists, huh? Here are a few things you should know that will come in handy when you travel around the world. God, I feel this guy so goddamn hard because I worked in a museum for a couple of years.
I didn't realize... Oh, wait, it's all materia? Always has been.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the Elric brothers were into this game, or were in this game also.
I mean, they're in every game if you dig deep enough. Want to hear what they are?
I'm worried about saying tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it, but if it turns out to be shit we already know.
I mean,
Tell me.
and let me explain how to use the world map. Well then, what do you want to know?
Operating the buttons?
Ride things by pressing assist and get off by pressing cancel.
That's the real cancel culture right there.
I mean, hashtag tour guides are over. This isn't so hard either. This is gradually going from Solid Snake to Eeyore, I just realized.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You can't dash on the world map, so make sure not to press cancel unless you want to get off.
Imagine Cloud just standing there deliberately wasting the irritated guy's time.
Yeah.
You win the game by winning.
Yeah, Eeyore, please don't tell me how to get off. Remember this, because chocobos will run away as soon as you get off them. Just like everyone's run away from all of my commitments. So
don't
be
tell me...
careful.
Look, don't tell me to get off chocobos. I realize that chocobo breeding is a thing in this game,
Yeah,
but I don't need to hear about it now.
we really don't.
I could see Cloud doing that, to be honest, yeah.
Anything else you want to ask? Not many people ask me much of anything these days. Once on the world map, you can access the menu to save your game anywhere. It's a good idea to save frequently.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? We are... Sir, do you need to lie down? What do you mean, save? I am trying to save the world.
I sleep about 20 hours a day. Mainly due to the depression. Well then, bon voyage.
Please just go away. Not until you tell me everything I already know. Alright.
Mr. Cloud? Your party is waiting for you on the second floor.
I almost had him just run out. Your party is waiting for you on the second floor.
Cloud, you're late!
Yeah, the funny thing is that you could literally just run in here and she will say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you're late.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Guess everyone's here now.
So let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis of the planet.
Once upon a time, shut up.
Let's hear it all.
That about summarizes it, really. Just once upon a time, shut up.
Yeah.
I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends.
You call that a friend?
I too have insomnia, but unlike you, mine is not caused by depression. Mine is because I play so much Fortnite. I stay up late and go to the Tilted Towers. I don't actually play Fortnite. Don't know the.
I see you, my dude.
Your party is waiting for you on the second. A party for me? I mean, hey, speaking of which, it is tomorrow that is Griffin's birthday.
Listen.
Happy birthday to you.
I will say, in reference to that one reference in the comments, we do need to watch the 06 dub again, because that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, well, he was older than me and hardly ever talked about himself. He's like 4 years older than you. He's like 25 canonically in the game.
No, but senpai fetishes, though.
Yeah.
Ellipses.
So, I guess you'd call us war buddies. We trusted each other. Until one day.
The Fire Nation attacked.
One day? One day?
After the war, it was soldiers' duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. It sure is raining hard. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm alright. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. Huh.
You just stabbed me in the face with your hair, dickhead.
Everything okay?
Hey. Settle down.
They gave me some new materia! I can't wait to use it.
Just like a kid.
You're 4 years older than me, bitch.
No, but Kohai's a fetish, though.
You gonna brief us about the mission?
This isn't a typical mission.
Good! I'm gonna take a fucking drink.
Yeah. I mean, the thirst is real.
Don't call me out.
I wasn't even necessarily calling you out. I'm just saying a sizable percentage of people out there seem to have a thing for girly-looking men with long silver hair.
I was among them when I was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I still like the character, and I think he's actually a fascinating character study as a whole. Especially with Remake.
Yeah?
That
Yeah.
added a whole new level of intrigue to everything.
God. Why do you say that?
I joined Soldier to be like you. But by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission. Kind of way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth?
War buddies! I thought you wanted a briefing.
He has motion sickness. What a loser.
Mm-hmm. What a fucking putz.
He rarely talked about himself, but he would never shut up about his mother.
Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures.
Malfunctioning, huh?
First, we will dispose of those creatures. Then, we'll locate the problem and neutralize it.
Brutal creatures? Where?
The Mako reactor at Nibelheim.
Nibelheim? That's where I'm from.
Hometown.
Sir, something strange has crashed into the truck! As the driver.
That would be our monster. Or brutal creature, as it were.
Our monster, you say? I'm going to even say, because this has been pointed out, but this bit of narrative storytelling is phenomenal, because up until this point we've heard Sephiroth mentioned, and it's been an ongoing background figure, and then we saw the absolutely brutal effects that he had on Shinra HQ, which he just slaughtered everything and left blood smears all over the place. So then we get to here, and this upcoming fight helps to drive home the sheer scale of how powerful this dude is, especially because Cloud gets a downgrade.
Yeah.
Friendship is war crimes. Is this a flashback? I refreshed the page. It blocked for a long while. Oh god, sorry about that. Yes, this is a flashback. Okay, why did Cloud's mother let him join Soldier at such a young age? Like, how much was Shinra? Well, because in anime, you join the army when you're 15.
I mean, in Pokemon, you leave town and, try and capture magical monsters at the age of 10.
It's a common theme to have kids at like 15 and 16 actually, try to go out and save the world. Yeah. Which is a problem, and some stories and shows actually kind of point out how fucked up that is. But it's also not uncommon, especially in like fantasy adventures, to have someone who's 15 or 16 kind of like starting out as a fresh-faced adventurer going on a coming-of-age adventure.
Yeah. All boys leave home eventually. It says so on TV.
Anyway.
That fucking theme.
Uh-huh. So you get this huge-ass dragon, right?
Fucking Puff the Magic Dragon over here.
No damage. He does a huge amount of damage. Cloud does it for 10.
Yeah.
And now Cloud's about to die. Yep. Oh, you didn't res me? Well, Sephiroth often does actually res you if you, if he has a chance to in the battle.
Yeah.
Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He is far stronger in reality than any stories you may have heard about him.
So, where do you come in?
Where? Was I not clear that I was physically there?
Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize the fact that you were anything but a Twinkie fanboy.
Me? I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. I died, also.
I hate to watch him leave. I hate to see him go, but I love to watch him leave.
And then we reached Nibelheim. Okay, who gave Figment steroids? Fess up.
He fessed up. How does it feel? It's your first time to your hometown in a long time, right? So, how does it feel?
Honestly, I'm even going to point this out without necessarily... I mean, it's a 12-year-old game, but whatever. Without spoilers, it is interesting the implications that he does take the time to address an underling and remember details like that about the people who work under him.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's even understandable for a soldier, but, I feel like he does that even further down the chain. It gives you a sense that, again, with this characterization, he is powerful, he is, unbeatable. And yet he actually cares for the ones who are serving under him, too.
He's pretty much a stand-up guy, all things considered.
Which is what makes it all the more tragic what happens after that.
Uh-huh. I wouldn't know, because I don't have a hometown.
How about your parents?
My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father, he likes fucking dogs.
That's him laughing darkly at all of it. Because he thinks that Hojo is his dad, and none of this is true. Well, okay, I think actually Hojo is his dad.
Yeah, technically speaking, genetically speaking, Hojo is the father.
Yeah. But that's not the name of his mom.
Mm-hmm. What does it matter?
I can't believe also Sephiroth has a mustache just like Hojo. He just has an open mouth.
He's got a bit of a toothbrush mustache going on, doesn't he? Alright, let's go. I also find it interesting that the whole conversation happens off screen.
Yeah. Psst, you keep wandering around here and you'll get in trouble. Yeah, watch is so boring. You want to do what we always do? Shall we practice?
Kiss me, you fool.
Oh, you mean practice my pose. Do members of Soldier always have to worry about what others think? How'd it go? How did it go? Was it like this?
Fucking Ginyu squad over here.
Good job! I really don't want to be a soldier. Thanks.
I really wanted to be in Vogue. The Mako smells pretty bad here.
The Mako smells?
I mean... Yo, wait a minute!
Yes?
Isn't that, the name of Sephiroth's mother?
I love him turning around with a hand on his hip.
The indignant look. I remember Genova. That's that damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. I'm dancing, I'm so excited about this recollection.
Honestly, this just reminds me of the fucking Pennywise dance from the remake.
Yeah.
Mako has a smell? Now that's an interesting question there, Rubrina.
Uh-huh.
Rubrina. It's almost like there might be something specific to Sephiroth that allows him to be able to sense that sort of thing.
Mayhaps.
That's right. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can ask questions later.
If I was only...
Okay, Cloud. Continue.
Oh, I see how it is.
The childhood friends reunite!
I was really surprised with Tifa. The town was quiet. Everyone must be in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No. Maybe they're afraid of us.
We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early. And don't forget to put on a fresh pair of underwear. All we need is one lookout. So you others, get some rest. And don't
What about
forget to
you?
brush your teeth.
What about you, Dad?
Oh, and
Don't call me Dad.
you may visit your family and friends.
I love the detail of the one soldier running up behind Cloud.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so nervous. How come? Look, you never know when a monster's gonna show up, right? Okay.
I heard Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of Sephiroth and you And I was about to say a shot of Sephiroth and your mother. Oh.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Wow. I mean, given what Genova is.
Sephiroth and your mother, though.
No, that would be your mother.
Alright. Hey, take my picture.
I don't take pictures of nobodies.
Hey!
I'm more of a fan of Heartless.
Welcome. Hey, aren't you...
Have I been here before? I don't remember.
And the townspeople in this town are advancing quicker than we thought. She just used Flash Step. Now you're pissing me off. This don't matter, so get on with it.
Well, this must be an... Oh.
Oh, you're with the Shinra? Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. It's you, Cloud. I didn't recognize you. Shinra?
The Shinra.
Go, try that again.
Chinnigan.
Alright, everyone, thank you for coming by to watch. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Unfortunately, I have to murder my co-commentator. Your mother was a scoundrel and your father smelled of elderberries. Nice reference.
God.
Soldier?
Salsa? You know what? The slap in the face was I was considering ordering some Mexican after this. So, salsa sounds like salsa with matzo balls in it, which actually sounds really fucking good.
Yeah, actually. Anyway.
Are you gonna kill the monsters?
I'm hungry! Are you going to?
Alright, bye.
He just stops running.
Stop it.
He's so cool!
So cool, in fact, that you have to arch your back 90 degrees. Way cool! I just turned him into Toad.
You did! I am so mad at you. How dare you do this to my stream?
I do it on a weekly basis.
You do it on a daily basis.
Yeah. Oh god, that Toad got to me.
Oh. Huh. Cloud, did you go in my house? Yeah.
No.
I thought you might be home.
The little detail of adjusting his hair.
Also, small detail, but you notice how he's actually put on the back row? It helps to emphasize that he is, in fact, a baby.
Yeah. He is Babu.
Cloud is so radical. Cloud is so radical.
Way past cool.
I'm gonna double check something.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check a thing. Okay, that's the Nabilheim. Alright.
Brina, so now you have a road in your throat? Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to actually,
Welcome to downtown Coolsville, population U. I think Coolsville sucks!
You have escaped from Midgar. The town of Calm. Alright, let's see. So, showing off all of the ways. There's also a flashback scene once you enter. Okay. Make sure you choose to jam on it, as this is required to obtain an elemental materia later on in the game. There's also a flashback scene. Okay. Did you play my piano? You can choose to play the piano in Tifa's house. Make sure you choose jam on it. Okay.
Why not jelly?
How about you don't?
I guess because jam don't shake like that. I mean, this is Tifa we're talking about.
I thought maybe you were home. No, stop. Cloud, did you go into my room? Yeah.
Cloud, did you go into my bed?
Can you... Am I not allowed to interact with it?
I mean, you don't have fingers, so I suppose it's not too terribly much of a surprise.
Why is it not letting me interact with it?
Maybe it's... there we go.
Did you play my piano? Yeah, I jammed on it. Now, how did this go?
Play, little Richard, play.
What buttons do I push? What?
Huh.
What other buttons do I have to push here? Oh my god.
Maybe hold down a button?
No. The thing is...
Because I don't see this being an Ocarina of Time situation where there's like...
Alright, okay. And... Okay, so I only have a few notes here.
Huh.
Which other ones are there?
Okay, sorry, but for a second, like, I heard you playing the Black Parade.
When I
was a young man, my father
took me into the city. But I know that there's... So, da, da, da. Now, there should be an upper note, but I can't figure out which one that's supposed to be. Whoa!
You played a chord. It's like that episode of DuckTales where it's like, I can't look away.
Can I also say that I appreciate in oh god, yeah, in the Advent Children movie, that the fight scene with Tifa is
On piano.
Yeah, the combat music was on piano. How to
Yeah.
play the piano? Oh,
Well, we've just made this a tutorial video instead of a let's play.
I also just realized,
Yes.
I think there are multiple combinations to this. So let's see. Okay, this didn't help.
Huh.
Asterisk entries means you either need to push the page up or page down while pushing the button in question. Okay, so... That's the one, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's see. Whoop. Oh, there's that I don't want on.
Huh.
Because it'll play 3 different chords. Which one is select?
Huh.
I did the wrong thing there. Select. Where's fucking... Is that... No. No.
One of these days, remind me to buy you a Steam controller.
No. There we go. Assist is the button, supposedly. Alright, I'm gonna give this another shot just so that I know how to do this later. Oh, wait. I remember, it actually teaches you how to do it.
Huh.
I forgot. Okay. Playing the piano is... Alright.
I will say I can appreciate them simplifying this thing by shifting the key to C.
Tifa's limit break. Okay. I was just literally fucking reading the fucking notes on this. Alright, let's give this a chance. So... And which was the one underneath that? I really wish it wouldn't do that.
It's Do Re Mi Ti La, I believe.
Yeah, but unfortunately I don't remember. How do I get T? Page up plus menu. Okay. So... So...
There you go.
There we are. So... Is... What? Oh. Okay. Alright. Okay. So was
Do, re, mi, so, fa, do, re.
okay. So practicing. I'm doing this practicing now because I need to do it perfectly in the future, I think.
Yeah, and let me know if you need any assistance on that.
Let's see. Tifa must be in your party when you play the song to get the limit break. Okay.
Huh.
The PC version for the Steam is right fucking there. Awesome. Fuck you. Okay. So. There we go.
Yeah.
Practicing it again. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. So let's try that again. I've heard this melody somewhere before. I played it well. Wait, that was supposed to be in character. I've heard this melody somewhere before. I played it well.
Despite not having fingers.
Yeah, I jammed on it. How did this go? I remember now. Okay. Which one's soul again? Jesus Christ.
There you go. And fa. All right.
There
Perfect.
we go. Okay, I've heard this melody somewhere before. I played it well. Sweet! Awesome! I did it! Fuck this! Okay, that's going to be important for later.
Yeah.
A, C, D, E, B, A, or me. C, D, yes, Sephiroth turned evil because Cloud kept playing the piano out of tune!
God, this is... I feel like Sephiroth has perfect pitch and just... He gets endlessly irritated by people not playing the tune right. Is that fucking mood?
To help and I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I was on a different window.
Yeah.
This is my house. It has nothing to do with what happened 5 years ago.
Yo, wait, I want to hear.
Me too. It's been a long time, right?
Tell us more.
Tell us more, tell us more. Does he look like a bitch? I knew.
So your family, right?
Alright. I don't know if you'd call it a family. My father died when I was still young. That's why my mom lived alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mom. God, I wish I had perfect pitch. My mom, she was a vibrant woman. Hadn't changed at all. But a few days later, she died. Wow, spoilers, Cloud!
Yeah.
That's why Sephiroth wanted a choir in his theme. It's to show how to sing his theme in tune. I got a confession then. But when I saw her, she looked fine. Yes? Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud.
You killed her.
Hi, Mom. Come. Let me take a look at you.
Sizing you up.
You look so handsome. I've been in alone in this house. Never mind.
I mean, you joke, but...
So, this is a soldier uniform? Mom, My, how you've grown. I'll bet the girls never leave you alone. Not really. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in the city. I'd feel a lot better if you just settled down with a nice girlfriend. I'm alright. You should have an older girlfriend. One that'll take care of you. Your hair looks laughable, though. Huh. I got perfect pitch. I think that would be best for you. I'm not interested in girls. Dude, have you seen how Sephiroth fights? Do you think that anything else would satisfy me?
He's like the Sashomaru of Shinra, Mom.
Are you eating right? I'm alright. The company takes care of me.
I mean, last I checked, I still use my mouth.
Is that so? I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. Cloud? You know Cloud. Isn't that right, Cloud? I'll always be your mother.
I like how it's gradually degrading into...
Let's stop this. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, you.
You from Shimra?
That's right.
Jeez. Big-headed young kid.
I could kill you.
With your haircut alone.
Yeah.
That's why I called you big-headed.
Wait, Kashrita, what are you doing here?
You're not even wrong. The whole inn's booked up by Shinra for the night. Yeah. Cloud? Is that you, Cloud? It must have been 2 years.
So he actually ran away when he was 14.
Say, you really moved up in the world, being under Sephiroth's command.
Why didn't you teach him to cook then, lady? You know, that's a good question.
Yeah? Is Shinra here to get rid of the monsters?
And who are you?
The monster. I'm Zangan. I travel around the world, teaching children martial arts.
I swear that this is dipping into your Walden zone.
Yeah? I'm grossly irresponsible that way. I have 128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Tifa is my student.
Did you say Tifa?
Bitch, did I stutter? Tifa has good sense. She'll be a powerful fighter.
Not in this game.
That. Do I have some bad news for you?
You're jumping around as much as Duo does.
Yeah. I mean, I will say there's something to be said of Tifa not panning out to be the best fighter given her parentage.
What are you looking at?
This scenery. I feel like I know this place. We have an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep soon.
It's still early.
I'm not going to wake you up tomorrow.
I'm going to kill you. I mean...
Did you bring your alarm clock like I told you?
We're short one bed.
Alright, we'll spoon.
Alright. Well, we're short one bed, but Sephiroth ain't gonna sleep.
Yeah,
Don't make me repeat myself.
Yeah, let's get some sleep. Yeah, let's get some sleep. Epic gameplay.
I've hired a guide to the Mako reactor. I've heard she's young. Hope we can rely on her.
That could not have been said more creepily.
Well, again...
Sephiroth wasn't a creep.
You know, he
Oh.
didn't try to be.
He wasn't! He was not!
He was a test tube baby.
Okay. Sorry, I was, Also,
No
do
worries.
I have materia that I can equip on Cloud? Preemptive.
Oh god, there's so many jokes. I think they let me. I can't talk. I'm so nervous.
Oh.
If I knew this was going to happen, I would have made mountain climbing off limits.
Sephiroth became a creep later on. Kind of.
Yeah.
Once the guide gets here, we're heading out.
Listen to me, Sephiroth. In case something happens.
Trust me.
I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 men from Soldier with me.
2.
Why do you think I'm worried?
I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you.
Tifa! You're the guide?
That's right. It so happens I'm the #1 guide in this town.
It's too dangerous. I can't get you involved in this.
Is there a big demand for guides in town?
There's no problem if you can protect her. Let's go.
Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento.
Tifa,
No, it's the
Yes.
same. It's the same guy.
Okay, sorry. That was weird. Like, I get the idea of like Sephiroth being like camera shy. He's like, can you take care of this? Like he gets really like bishy blushy. Tifa, can you ask him for me too?
Cheese!
Great, thank you. I'm gradually turning this guy into Don Knotts.
I
I'll
can let
give
you.
each of you a copy once I get it developed.
Hello, Gold Ingot. Welcome.
Yes.
Alright. Ah, yes. A Mako reactor was built in Mount Nibel. The cold mountain air of Mount Nibel was the same. Oh, God. This map.
oh man.
God, that's jarring. Well, see, this is how you defeat him. Take away all his materia preemptively.
Okay, you say that, but... Ah! Wait!
Yeah. Oh.
Give me your materia, Sephiroth!
As a memento.
I should actually check his equipment just to kind of show it off anyway. Mass immune, gold armlet, and tough ring.
Yeah. I mean, that's just it. Whenever you have the Masamune in any sort of video game, you know the wielder is gonna be no fucking joke.
It gets harder from here. Follow me! Let's hurry. Okay. They tried.
They did.
He's level 15 now. I wonder what level he is at the end of the game. He's fuck you level.
He's God at the end of the game.
Responds interest to
I love how we both memorized the Latin.
Everyone seems to be all right. Will we be able to get back?
These caves are intertwined like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth. One person seems to be missing.
It may sound cruel, but we've no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must move on. We'll travel together from here.
Oh. That cannot be comfortable for Cloud.
I mean, he wanted to be Sephiroth, not have him in him.
Yeah.
What's this? A mysteriously colored cave. That's very specific, thank you.
I believe the color is green. There's no mystery to it.
It must be the Mako energy. The mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Mako reactor was built here.
Tifa, Cloud, did you try to fucking kill me with a bridge?
No.
Stop that. You stop it.
Don't go there.
Oh.
Oh, this shouldn't last long.
Bolt 3.
Well,
On all of them. Well, at least Cloud survived this one.
yeah.
That's just
Fuck
it.
your experience. Fuck your chicken strips.
That purple thing is terrifying.
Yeah.
Hello, mosquitoes.
And interesting how Sephiroth's attacks also sound distinctly computery.
Well, I mean, those are spells that we can eventually cast.
That's fair.
But that still doesn't change anything with that.
Yeah. Welcome to Fern Gully.
And what's this? That's a rock.
Fern Gully. A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature.
It's so beautiful. Why
I'm
did
gonna
you...
walk up to it and touch it.
You joke, but
The best guide in Nibelheim.
if the Mako reactor continues to suck up the energy, this fountain will dry up too.
Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state.
By the way, why is it that you can also, when you can use materia, when you also use... Why is it when you use materia, you can also use magic too? That's...
You were in Soldier, and you don't even know that.
Ooh, we're in Soldier.
The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic. Or so they say.
magic. A mysterious Tifa?
I mean, we gotta get those fan shots in there.
There's literally nothing to see.
she's just literally clocked out. It's like,
A mysterious power. Did I say something funny?
No, Tifa's making me laugh. A man once told me, never to use unscientific terms like mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was.
Oh, the magician was in this game anyway.
That's when Daddy broke out the belt.
Okay. No. Let's walk it.
It's more accurate than I meant it to be.
No, but let's walk it back from that.
Yeah, fair.
Who was that?
Hojo of Shinra Inc., an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist.
Yeah,
Oh.
twisting the Masamune a bit there.
Little bit.
Like, seriously, Tifa, you good? This is what happens when the curtain closes over the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
Yeah.
He was a walking mass of complexes.
You're one to talk. Roasting his dad. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
God, sure love those sweet, sweet polygons.
Uh-huh.
A Mako fountain. So this is where the knowledge of the ancients is. Well, it's one of it, yeah.
You know what I just realized? And I hate that it works here. Like, PS1 Tifa is one of the few instances where you can legit ask, like, without any sort of irony, do those legs go all the way up?
Wow.
I hate it.
I should probably just go in.
Yeah.
I said go in.
Yeah, just walk into the lunar lander.
Stop. We finally made it. We sure took the long way, though. Tifa, you wait here. I'm going inside, too. I want to see.
Only authorized people are allowed in. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets.
Like me.
I mean,
But!
we'll talk about that later. And take care of the lady.
Again, I love the detail of this soldier being there.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Nuh-uh.
Man!
Last I checked, yeah.
Better take real good care of me, then.
Is that an invitation?
He winked with his mouth!
Well, I mean, when your eyes are covered,
Like, that's
you
just
gotta
it.
make do.
That's just it. Like, these characters have been, like, flinching when winking at us this entire time, but they didn't have eyes, so they literally made him wink with his mouth.
Nibelheim guys make do.
Take care, Phoenix. Thank you for dropping by the stream today.
God, I love the overly complex clockwork here.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, he's rocking out to the tunes.
This is Genova, right? It won't open.
This is the reason for the malfunction. This part is broken. Cloud, close the valve. Why did it break? Now I see, Hojo. But doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast.
And of course, I'm just immediately picturing fucking Gaster.
Yeah, well, I mean, my Gaster voice is Hojo's voice.
Yeah?
This is a system that condemns and condenses. Someone else will condemn it before long.
Damn straight!
This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed?
Condensation? Oh, yeah, it becomes materia.
It becomes the back of my hand is what it becomes. Now, normally, but Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. Did you hear me, or look through the goddamn window?
Peekaboo! Peekaboo!
What is that?
Normal members of Soldier are humans that have been showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you.
Is this some kind of a monster?
They look like monsters to you?
Stop it!
Exactly. And it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are.
Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different? Hey, Sephiroth.
No.
I don't think he's laughing just yet. But,
Was I?
okay, alright.
Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all these monsters?
Sephiroth. Stop that. We literally just tried to fix that.
You saw it. All of them were humans.
Human? No way!
Ever since I was small, I felt that I was different from the others. Special in some way. But not like this.
So all of the monsters that we see in this world were created.
Am I human?
I didn't really understand what Sephiroth meant then. I was even more surprised that Shinra was producing monsters. Why?
Damn Shinra! The more I hear, the more I hate him!
Who would have ever thought that a Mako reactor held such a secret?
That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently.
Was he... I thought he was more your Owen voice.
No, I gave him a sort of a raspy, deeper voice.
Okay.
I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why are you talking to me?
You should probably actually save here.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe so. Want to take a breather here?
clouds past.
Past.
So here's the thing. I kind of want... No. Part of me is torn between continuing from here and getting through the rest of the flashback and possibly cutting it off here. I'm kind of torn either way.
I mean, it has been a good couple hours.
It has. And if we... I mean, the thing is that this next part is probably going to take at least another hour or so.
Yeah,
So-
so it might be a good idea for us to call it for today.
I think that'll probably be a good idea. Because we got a convenient little save spot,
Yeah.
save file, and all of that to kind of work with. So I think that will... I mean, I think there's probably going to be, like, a little bit of a cutscene, technically.
Yeah.
But... Tifa, were you waiting outside then? Yes. We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then all of a sudden he just disappeared, right? Actually, come to think... Actually, I don't think this is much longer after this. I'll give it a shot, and if it turns out to take too much longer, then I'll probably just call it at that point, but...
Okay.
We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The villagers used to call it the Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. Oh yeah, no, this next bit does actually take a while.
Yeah.
I was just remembering all of what it entails.
Yeah, there's a fair bit that goes into it.
I didn't ask your opinion. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna... Because we did get that save file, so that's gonna be fine for that.
Yeah.
But this has been actually a pretty decent stream. And we,
Yeah.
all things considered, we kind of moved at a pretty decent clip, altogether. So,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, presuming nothing actually comes up in this next week or so, that I'll be streaming at that time. Although,
Yeah.
whew, I just realized we are... Oh, God. We are 2 weeks away from Halloween. Ooh, that means I'm going to be possibly streaming on Halloween. I should think of a suitable game to pop in for that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll come up with something. Either way.
Alright.
I want to thank you guys all again for coming by to watch today. Once again, doing the obligate, call to action shit. Merry early Spookmas, yes. Spooksmas.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said earlier on the stream, if you see the... Thank you, Shakarian. I was going to point out, and thank you for highlighting it, the coffee.com/mlorelei. Again, if you feel up to contributing something to that, it does go towards, taking care of a lot of costs, actually. Turns out that there's a lot of additional costs asking things for delivery as opposed to, being able to go into the store yourself to purchase things. And I can't do that right now. I can't take an Uber to go anywhere because there's the risk of me getting into a car that if the driver isn't potentially infected, then someone else who got in the car before me might be infected with a certain pandemic thing. So I can't use that basic service to get around. So being able to go into a store, no less, makes that difficult. So even like small things like that start adding up. So again, these obligate call to action things actually are kind of stemming from a oh god kind of place for me. It's the uncomfortable oof reality of living under capitalism, especially during a pandemic. But things like that, the Patreon, again, if you want to become a patron, even just like $1 a month. Like, I know that everyone is like, oh, it's just, yeah, I've actually seen and even been subject to the whole idea of, well, if I do just $1, it's not that much. Like, I feel bad for only, quote unquote, only doing $1. But I mean, I don't want to. I don't have a hugely active viewership on the channel, even though I've got 10,000 subscribers. But of the 200 or so active people, if every last one of them did $1, and this is just hypothetical, I'm not obligating it, I promise. That's $200, you know. I'm doing pretty well on Patreon, I'll say that much. And that's made it so that even through this pandemic and economic hardship, I've been able to survive and get by, which honestly I am tremendously grateful for.
Yeah.
But again, it's the whole, as guilty as I feel for pointing it out or drawing attention to it, it's like at the same time, if I don't say anything about it, how are people supposed to necessarily know unless they're looking for it? And it can be hard to see that kind of thing. I do have adoptables available if you check out the Twitter, my Twitter account. I usually have those pinned. I currently have quite a few left out from my recent sets. I think about 3 from each of them are still available, so 6 adoptables still available.
Yeah.
I call them D&D adopts. You can probably apply them across, you know, multiple possibilities for character design. Anyway, again, I only highlight it because I've also seen some people really enjoy these adoptables. Like,
Hell yeah.
it can help, you know, kickstart the creative process and shit like that. So that's one of those things where, 1, I get money, and 2, you get character design, and a design that you can either trade or resell for preferably the same cost or less than you purchased it at, or gift to someone else, or all of those things. It helps. It all helps. Every last one of these things helps. I am hoping to have another video out, another Ballad of Lorelei in the next week. I say that. It depends on how this next week goes, but I am working on that. Griffin can attest. I'm also going to be nailing down another song cover, and that should be coming up fairly soon. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping to have that for Halloween, in fact. So that should be fun. I've got some other... I have not, in all of the time since Sticky Notes has been invented, I've never used it until recently, where I'm like, I should probably create a to-do list. And, like, I have it all listed here. So, like, okay, the next ballad episode that we're working on, I make a note of which one it is. I have right under that, it's the work on art for that Ballad of Lorelei episode.
Yeah.
Write out scripts for X plot, write out scripts for Y plot. There is no Z plot. And then I have obligations for other groups that I'm in. Yay! Anyway, so all of that said, I've actually been trying to keep on top of all of the stuff that I'm trying to put out. And I'm hoping to be able to kind of muster things together to kind of put all of these things that have been in various stages of production and put that out.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I do have fun doing these streams. I do wish that I could do them more often. I do wish that I was able to do it, like, for longer and more times during the week. I might see about trying to figure out a way to do that, or to, you know, upload content to my channel more often. That would be also really nice. But I am enjoying this playthrough of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's been a while, in fact, since I've actually played this, so I'm having a lot of fun actually just kind of going through it with you guys.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Griffin, for joining me as co-commentator on this today.
Always a pleasure.
And hopefully I will see you guys next week, where I will either continue this, or maybe Stardew, maybe finally go back to Skyrim, or God forbid, Dragon Age. See you next week, hopefully with a cake. My 18th birthday is next week, Saturday. Oh, hey! Well, if I don't see you then, then happy birthday in advance, Dan.
Yeah.
But I do hope you guys take care of yourself. You know, this is advice we're all hearing, but remember to wear a mask, and wash your hands, and try to practice, like, you know, safety hygiene when you're going in and out of your house. If you have to be out and about, take care of yourself. Social distance. I know that's what everyone keeps saying. I will add, the mask is partially to protect you, but also to protect other people if, for whatever reason, you find yourself contracting it. Like, hopefully it will be prevented from you being exposed to it, but it also means that if you are unknowingly carrying it with you, that you're not going to be breathing it out to other people. So, take care of yourself. Try to find the small and big things that make you happy, because God knows that there is so many ways that good things can be taken away from you real quick. Yeah. So the happiness that we're able to find is all the more important right now. And I will see you guys next week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.